Actually, I won a Harry Potter contest one time because I went as Hermione. And I won because I did a really good British accent. I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed. Or worse, expelled.
She should be an actress.
And I won with that.
Maybe one time.
Hi beautiful people, happy hump day. Hope you guys are doing good and having a wonderful week so far. I know you guys have seen the Gypsy Rose public apology to Ryan. That was definitely not an apology. It was just damage control and a way for her to gain the public sympathy after she royally messed up. Her apology was the typical tactic called Darvo, used by perpetrators/abusers. For me, her so-called apology was just her pushing the blame and responsibility on Ryan for her bad actions. Ryan has not spoken out yet. No one knows if that private, sensitive information that she put out about Ryan has actually affected his life or him himself. Also, within her so-called apology, it was established that Recap with Julie is just another idiot who takes Gypsy's word and what she says as fact and just publishes it. Another thing, people are curious as to where is Ken and how does he feel about this whole situation. Well, like I said in my previous video, Ken is just Gypsy's bitch and that he is just a puppet with Gypsy pulling his strings and him just abiding because as you can see, Gypsy posted this pic with obviously her and Ken enjoying crumble cookie. Was this them having a midnight snack and him boosting her ego by telling her how proud he is of her and how well she did being fake in her so-called apology to Ryan? And then he also posted these pics on his social media. Is this his way of validating that he supports and stands by the fucked up shit his baby mama does and how she plays him against her ex-husband? Sorry, but not sorry. Ken is a weak individual. I cannot even call him a man. Okay, let's start with how she felt she was so big and bad.
So you want me to take my shit down, right? Okay, how about you quit talking about me? It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you. And you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder. Go see a therapist.
During Gypsy's watch party, she was actually asked about her accent. And this was her response.
This one is pretty.
Yeah.
I know, I'm gonna do this one.
That's a nail kit?
Well, yeah, I got it from one of my followers. But this is just was like some confetti that I had that I cut up little with these small pieces and I pieced them on there. And I really like it.
Random, getting random text. Hey, Mindy. Now no accent? Well, you know, it comes and it goes.
Maybe tomorrow you'll sound like this.
Maybe I'll sound like a Southern belle.
Yes.
Or maybe I will be from a little country twang.
Which
from
would y'all
Tennessee.
rather? What do y'all want to hear from her next?
Hey, what about a British accent? I can do a British accent.
I like that.
Yes.
Would you like that? I swear my voice is going forever.
Bear in mind, when Gypsy responded to the question, she had just uploaded an apology, a public apology to Ryan. And now it's all a joke to her. I truly hope for Aurora's sake that what she did not negatively affect Ryan in any way, shape or form. When is Gypsy going to learn that we live in reality and not in a fucked up world where everything seems to just be a game or a fairy tale for her? Real people are being hurt and she is messing with real people's lives. And FYI, Gypsy Rose, your British accent sucks. And your yes man that's sitting right there next to you in that live, all she's doing is being a yes man. Gypsy obviously got a lot of backlash for the threatening post she made to Ryan and for the post she made of the medication that she claims Ryan is using. So, in turn, she had to do some damage control and then she made this post. I want to offer a public apology to the Ryan Anderson. I am sorry. The last year we have both been healing and accepting from the loss of the best of us and coping with the worst of us. I offer a hand of peace in the hopes we do better. Moving forward, I'm sorry. And it is so obvious that Gypsy watches all the videos that are made about her. And then an apology video came out, which was 100% insincere. As many creators have said, Gypsy should have sent Ryan a private message apologizing to him, but also she needed sympathy from the public, so she decided to make this apology public because at the end of the day, it's all about Gypsy's ego. And it is safe to say that the public apology backfired on Gypsy. And the reason I say that is because she uploaded this weird video just after 7 p.m. last night.
So it's a new day. Yep, it is a new day.
Is she posting this as a way to let people know to stop sending her negative feedback from what she did? They need to just get over it, to just keep moving forward? If so, Gypsy, you royally fucked up. And if you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, maybe you should exit. And as Gypsy may feel it's a new day, people will not forget what she did. So, without further ado, let's get into her apology to Ryan that she says is for Ryan. And if you're not Ryan Anderson, keep scrolling. And also, beware, jump scare ahead.
So this video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling. But I know y'all watch, and that's okay, but this video is not for y'all, it's for him. So I know that it's been about 3 months since we had any kind of text message exchange. And I know it's been really hard for you watching the show for the first time. I know it was all filmed, but I know that you don't. So I understand that you're reacting to things in real time, just like I am. So I'm sorry for not giving you that grace. I do want to say, like, this is going to be kind of a long video of me just putting out what's on my heart. And I know that it is hard to watch things that we have said and things that happen, even if it was 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever. I understand that it's the feelings are happening in real time, and I want you to know that it is extremely hard to watch you have to go through these emotions. And I understand that when you are doing live streams, you're speaking your truth. You're speaking your mind and your peace. And I'm never going to filter you for doing that. But whenever you put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred, that should, in my opinion, be sacred between us.
You guys be the judge. Which message would you regard as being sacred? The one that she got Brie to release, or the one that Ryan released? And credit to Straight Outta Context for the screenshots of the text that Brie released. I will leave her details to a channel down in the description box. Also, I'm not being mean, but this was my telltale sign that Gypsy knew she fucked up big time, because her lazy eye just was not cooperating with her. And Gypsy herself said that's a way to tell when she is stressed. And this also happened when she did her Mother's Day post last year. Anyway, moving on.
And when I mean sacred, I mean that there are very few people I trust in this world. And I have always counted you as one of them. So whenever I reached out to you when I was 2 weeks postpartum,
where have I heard that before?
Gypsy and Ryan had actually been chatting a bit back in January. She was postpartum. She had just had Aurora.
So, Gypsy, did you also tell Julie this about Ryan?
She posted a screenshot of some towels saying, "Secret life of the sweat rag." Captioned it saying, "Kid gloves off, huh? Okay, Ryan Anderson." And had this piece of information. She's also pointing out that Ryan takes methadone. As far as I know, Ryan has not been open about this part of his life, but apparently he's been taking methadone for the last few years due to an opioid addiction he had in his 20s.
As you said, Julie, as you know, Ryan has not been open about that part of his life yet. But according to you, apparently he has been taking methadone for the last few years. Do you not vet your sources? Did you not vet the information your source gave to you? Because you seem to know what he apparently has been taking for the last few years and an addiction he had in his 20s. And was the allegedly that you put on screen an afterthought? Did Gypsy tell you that?
And I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I just had a baby. My whole life changed. My literal whole life changed in an instant. And I don't regret having Aurora. I don't. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But I leaned on you. I leaned on you because I trust you. That is not something a lot of people I can say about. When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head. And I thought that that was going to stay between us.
Why didn't you go to your best friend Bree? Why did you turn to your ex-husband that you have been dragging through the mud for nearly a year now, Gypsy Rose? And as we see from your reality show, you telling your family and your puppet Ken how Ryan keeps messaging you and blowing up your phone.
Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did. But I never aimed to hurt you. It was never about hurting you. It was always about what the public might think, the public persona. And I think what gets to me, and I vented this to your mom, is that you have your TikTok personality and then you have the real Ryan Anderson. And those two are two completely different people. So when I see you on TikTok, acting the way you do, talking the way you do, doing your polls, that's not the man that I married. The man that I married went on Facebook once a month because I asked him to. You didn't do social media. You didn't care. It was never about the public back then. And it's so hard to see what you have become. So yeah, I get mad, I get frustrated, I get angry because I know that that's not you.
Look, I have no hope in Ryan at this point, but credit needs to be given to him because Gypsy is gaslighting him right now. When Ryan and Gypsy was together as a married couple, he never in any way got involved in her social media. He was not in her lives. And Gypsy Rose, the only time Ryan did come to social media was when you left him for another man. You betrayed him. You did the worst thing a woman can do to a man. You left that man because you thought the grass was green on the other side. You disparaged Ryan, who was nothing but good to you. So cut the bullshit. You are a monster. And why the hell do you think that you have the right to vent anything to his mother about him? And I wish Miss Joy would see you for who you are. Nothing but a manipulator.
Where's the person that came to visit me when we had an argument and I told you, don't come, and then you showed up anyway? Where's the person that was there for me whenever my parents were on the edge of a divorce? And Christy didn't pick up the phone for 3 weeks. And you were all I had. You think I forgot about that? I haven't. I hate that we keep doing this back and forth, trying to hurt each other. But we're not trying to hurt each other. We're trying to hurt each other's reputations. I hate the fact that we are trying to be at war with each other. But I know I just want the best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to move on. I want you to move on with someone that's going to make you happy, that's going to love you like you should be loved.
You left that man, Gypsy. You betrayed that man, Gypsy Rose. You made Ryan into what you are seeing him as, making it seem like he has always been this way. No, you left your husband and got pregnant by that puppet that abandoned you in prison, and that left Ryan to pick up the pieces. Ryan was right all along when last year he said how Christy didn't want to answer the phone for 2 weeks, just that he maybe have got it wrong because you saying 3 weeks. And Christy called him a liar for saying that, and yeah, you are validating him. Yes, Gypsy, force those tears out. Why now you want to acknowledge all the good he did and how instrumental he was for you? Where was this energy when Ken the puppet came snooping around? Get something else right, Gypsy. That man sits on his lives and never speaks ill about you. He has been nothing but respectful and loyal to you, unlike you. And your reputation became non-existent when you got sentenced for second-degree murder of your own mother. And if you did want Ryan to move on, you would have left him alone. Period.
And I know that it's hard because I get it. I did you wrong, and I'm sorry for that. But every time we would text each other, every time we would talk on the phone, you wouldn't really bring that up. We were civil, if not even friendly. So yeah, I am sorry that in all of this confusion and anger and disappointment, that seeing that text message that you released, for what? For what? Because you wanted to show that you are the truth teller on TikTok? Well, that hurt my trust. And so yes, in turn, I put out personal information of yours that I knew that you didn't want out there. And it was wrong, and it was below the belt, and it was too far, and I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. Even if you give me many other jabs, I won't put out anything else about you. I'm not going to try to hurt you. I know that in your heart you care about me. I know in your heart that you are a good person. And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry that you fell in love with a piece of shit like me.
And the award goes to Gypsy is not sorry, not one bit in my opinion. She is doing this for the public to sympathize with her, to feel sorry for her, to blow so much smoke up her ass, and tell her that she is not this piece of shit. No, you acknowledge it, Gypsy. You are very much a piece of shit and more. You know very well what a good person Ryan is, and that is why you keep stringing him along.
I always said Ken was my love, is my love. But you were my comfort. You were my safe place because I knew that you never would hurt me. And I'm just tired of this war, and I want it to end. I I don't know what you think the alternative could be between you and I. That's where I get stuck at, is I can't keep texting you. I can't keep talking to you. I have a whole family. I'm in a committed relationship. I have a daughter with this man. Like, I don't know if, like, we can't be friends. Do you understand what position I'm in? I know to you, as long as I keep talking to you, you feel some sort of connection, but that can't be. We can't do that. We're not at that space.
You now claim that Ryan was your safe space. When you left Ryan, you disparaged and defamed him, and you said he was abusive to you. You said you were afraid of him. You said you had to lock yourself in the bathroom and call your attorney, and that we, the public, would see all of this on your reality show. It'll show what he is truly all about, and we're still waiting for that. Now that you have a whole family and in a committed relationship, you're the one that texted him. When you claim you were suffering from postpartum, you felt so detached from your puppet. So it doesn't really sound like Ryan cannot do without you. It sounds like you were giving him false hope and also making it sound like Ryan cannot do without you. It is not Ryan who put you in the position you are in. You did all that on your own. And you know that whenever you keep in contact with Ryan, he will always have that hope. And I do hope that Ryan realizes how you're playing him.
All I can do is wish you the best, and I know that that is finite, and that's definite. And I know this is all sinking in, that it's really the end now. But you will always have a place in my heart, and we will always have those good memories together. But that has to be it. Some people come in our lives for a season, others for a reason. And the reason you came in my life was to show me that I need to be a better person.
This is exactly what you should have done from the get-go, Gypsy Rose. Left Ryan alone. Left him to heal, not make him a fool and do things like a fridge tour with your puppet Ken to make Ryan look like a fool. You should have not made a whole big deal of putting Ryan on blast and blaming him for you doing an early paternity test when you couldn't handle the public questioning who was the father. You got exposed for being messy and leading the public to believe that Ryan was the one who couldn't move on, when all along you were stringing him along. You couldn't handle the fact that Ryan wouldn't meet up with you after the divorce hearing. We saw that on your reality show. You couldn't rest because he was rejecting you. You're damn right, Ryan was in your life for a reason, and that reason was probably to help you. And he was trying to help you to become a better person. But you fought that. You wanted what you wanted, and look where you are today. Still the same monster, in my opinion. You couldn't manipulate Ryan. He was hard to crack, unlike your puppet Ken, who just falls and says how high when you say jump. You do not want to be a better person. You have tortured Ryan enough, and I hope that his mother and him see you for who you are and cut ties with you. Like I said before, I have no hope in Ryan, and I do believe he will fall for this bullshit apology. Hook, line, and sinker. All these people that buy this bullshit that comes from Gypsy Rose needs to stop enabling her. Look at this post that she made from earlier. She royally fucks up and expects people to just get over it because she gave an apology. A bullshit apology. When she was doing her live Monday, she said she didn't want to put her child on camera. Yet today, this is what she does.
So I am Taco, and this is my little Tiquita. Ken has one too, and his is Burrito. Yeah.
Gypsy cannot do without attention. She will do whatever it takes to get the attention. And once again, even if it's to use her own child. And do you guys think that Christy is pissed off that Gypsy ate her business? Because it seems as though Christy just came by to drop Aurora off and she didn't stay for the watch party. But time will tell. We will see how long Gypsy stays over at Ken's. So you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch this video, to support my channel. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Please be safe out there, be kind to one another, and don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.